staged a coup.
We staged a coup.
We are here. And you might notice that we're missing a couple people.
And this is a very interesting environment.
And that was a really interesting intro.
And in case you're only listening, you have no clue what's going on.
I completely forgot. Okay, so for anyone who was just listening, hi, hello.
Hi.
Unfiltered Podcast.
It's Maddie.
And Abby.
And not the other one.
For a little special episode. Yeah, so that intro, in case you were curious, in case you didn't watch it, or in case you did watch it and you were like, what the actual heck did I just see? We've been obsessed with traders, a.k.a. Well, I've been really obsessed, but I think the whole house has also been obsessed.
The whole house is obsessed with traders.
We've been watching it a lot.
Yeah.
And in case you don't know what that is, that's a show on BBC, which is kind of like the game Mafia, in case you know what that is. And if you don't know what that is, then I don't know, you're living under a rock.
It's like a game show, and there's people who are like traders, and there's people who are 100% faithful.
Yes.
And like they have to deceive each other and play games and win money and stuff.
And like the traders like kill people off, quotations.
No real killing,
people,
don't worry.
You know, and whoever wins at the end, whoever's last standing gets all the money, which is like, I don't know, 100,000 pounds
something
or something
like that.
Like they earn money at a lot. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But we've been obsessed with the show, and so I had a brilliant idea, because we're kind of being traders right now.
Because we're abandoning the other girls.
Yeah, because we don't have Julie and Flo with us.
Yeah.
We thought we would do a little coup.
Yeah.
Because we went out today and we were like, why not film an episode? I don't know.
Yeah, we just had like a lot of content come to mind.
Yeah.
And we thought, you know what we need to do? Share it with you.
Yeah.
That's what we thought. And so,
which I'm now realizing we never talked about exactly what we were going to do.
You were really fixated on the traders thing. Like this was your
I was really excited about the traders. Because
we're traders.
Because we're traders.
Yeah.
And because it's really brought some life to my life in the last in the last couple.
For you to know, we watch
days.
it like all together in the living room.
Yeah.
It was airing on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
So it just really took over the house.
Yeah.
We'd like wait for each other. We would get into the room. There'd be a lot of shouting, a lot of screaming.
Except
at the
that it was
TV.
like we'd watch it at 10 or 11, and so we'd have to be like,
like it was crazy.
A lot of slapping.
Sorry if you are not watching. That was probably weird for you.
Yeah, that was probably really weird. This is a fun episode. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah.
I hope you can hear us.
Yeah.
Imagine we didn't set up, right? This is why we need
Julie.
Flo and
Yeah.
Julie.
We don't have Julie here to double check, but I hope everything sounds okay.
Yeah.
We also don't have our mic stands.
We also don't look nice.
No.
But we're cozy.
We're cozy. Because it's January.
It's January.
It's January.
Which is really
Yeah,
that's
why we're here. Yeah, that's why we're here.
She really finished her traders bit and was like, what now?
Yeah,
that's
what are we doing? Where are we going with this?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
No. No, honestly, it's the end of January. I don't know how you guys are doing. I know that January has been like a proper struggle for me. To be honest, not the whole month. You know, you kick off the beginning of January like new me, new year, who me.
New year, who me? I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly, yeah, that is
I
kind
think
of the
I
beginning of January.
New year, new me, and then ended up at New Year, who me. You know?
Yeah, it's
like that's why we're here.
Yeah, that is why we're here. Yeah.
So yeah, we you start the new year, you're kind of excited about resolutions, you're ready for like change and whatever, and maybe you like put some resolutions in place. Now suddenly here we are, the last 2 weeks of January.
Of a month that never seems to end.
Literally,
really.
how many weeks does it have?
Yeah, I don't know. Just as ending.
And I don't know where you live, but here it is dark and rainy, and the sun literally goes down at 3 p.m. But today I was in a cafe working, and I literally looked out the window and it was dark, and it was 10 a.m.
Yeah, it just
like the sun had just come out, and then it just left. Yeah,
that's also very London.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm here. Never mind.
It's really tragic. Honestly,
it's
hard.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd pop on.
Yeah.
We'd literally do a little takeover.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I was like, "Where's my trader blanket?"
Is the heater on?
The heater is on. I'm gonna turn that off really quick, so in case you don't hear it. Is that off?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
So.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that.
In case you heard a lot of like. We're off to a good start.
So we really just thought, you know what? Let's not do the content that we had prepared, that we'd created, because maybe we need just like a jump in moment to say like, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? If you need a little encouragement, because January sucks.
Yeah.
So this episode is titled January sucks.
Yeah, it is. We didn't have that planned, but yeah. It
Yeah.
is.
Can you put that when you do
I
it?
can,
Okay,
100%.
cool.
Which is actually funny because if we're gonna be like a little more candid in this episode, I'm gonna
We're there. I don't have any makeup on.
yeah,
32 years old
I'm
and
gonna be
makeupless.
a little extra candid, which I hope nobody minds that I say this on the media team. But we pre-record a lot of our episodes, which maybe you already know that. Maybe you put that together. Maybe you had no idea and you are kind of like, okay, big deal, you know. But just for you to know, we do plan ahead. Also because these months we don't have Julie with us or Flo.
Yeah.
Both of them are gone.
Tragic.
Well, not gone. We're being dramatic.
Well, I mean, no. They're both in South America where it's hot.
Yeah, and warm and
bright
sunny and beautiful, and we're here.
I'm not jealous. It's fine.
Yeah. But anyway, so we pre-record a lot of our episodes, and so I was like editing the last one that we just posted, which was actually filmed before New Year's.
It was such a struggle, guys, honestly.
A, it was a struggle. B, it was an interesting time. C, like, it was before New Year's even happened, and so we were all kind of hopeful.
We're like, woo,
on the
happy
Christmas
New
high.
Year.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even.
Yeah, it was not New Year. Anyway, and so I was like thinking now, looking from that episode to this episode, it's quite a change. And
it's true, actually.
It's quite a change. We've lost people.
Yeah.
It's dark outside. We're not doing too great.
We're in a whole different room.
Yeah.
I'm in my jammies.
Yeah. Yeah. Very different vibe. But yes. And I was just thinking how different, like how often, at least what my expectations are for the new year are very different than how they actually turn out.
Yeah.
Although the start of January for me was quite nice. I felt refreshed because if you did watch our last episode, I went home for a little bit and that was nice.
Yeah, that's true.
A little bit of a holiday there.
Yeah. But you know, I don't know, not to be like silver lining girl, but I'm going to just pull it out real quick. Why are you looking at me like that?
Classy baddie. Silver lining.
Shut up.
Miss Optimism. Let's
Shut up. No, but so every year, like I ask God for like words at the beginning of the year and stuff, and I have a lot of different words. But one of the words that I felt God give me was like that this will be a year of my greatest breakthrough, and I was like, ooh, deep, like that's so exciting, like oh my gosh. And now that I'm like in the end of January, I realize that breakthrough you don't just wake up with. Like it's not just something that you're like, oh, God will one day just like bestow upon me the crown of breakthrough. But it means actually you have to go through the darkness. Yeah. And so it's like if God says it's going to be like the breakthrough, like I don't know, breakthrough of fear, breakthrough of whatever, like breaking through those things, means I have to pass through them.
Yeah, you got to face it.
So it makes kind of sense. So it's like I think when we talk about expectations for the year, it's like we have expectations, but maybe we didn't like fully like see the full perspective of the expectation. You know what I mean? But also thinking like I'm really thankful because at Christmas time I rested more than I think I have in years. Yeah. Like usually it's really hard, as you can look at our other episodes and see that I don't know how to rest. It's so hard for me to like tap out. And this year I just like really tapped out. Yeah. So God was also preparing us, you know, giving us the rest before. Yeah. Before the darkness. Yeah. Yeah. Before the darkness took over. But I don't feel like you're in darkness. Are you struggling? Or are you okay?
Wow, that's a good thing. That's very uplifting. I'm doing pretty good, I think. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to February, I'll be honest. It's going to be a toughie, I think.
It's going to be a toughie.
But I think being at home and being able to rest, I was talking to you about this today, that often, sometimes going home for me can be kind of heavy, you know, and can be kind of difficult. It's not always easy, and family situations, whatever you want to call it. You know, life is just sometimes hard, you know. And especially when you're here and you're kind of separated in some ways from those difficulties, then going back and like seeing them face on can be difficult. Yeah. And so I was like on my way to go in our last episode. Actually, I hadn't gone yet. Yeah. Bringing it back once again. And I hadn't yet gone. And I was, if I'm honest, I was pretty nervous to go. Yeah. And then like the whole time was actually so refreshing for me. It was really nice. It was really restful. My mom has recently moved, so I got to like stay in a new house that I'd never been. So it really felt like I was like in a B&B. Yeah. And of course, like your mom is so excited to have you home, so she's like making you everything.
And
like,
Wanda,
and
like
it's Wanda.
Just Wanda.
She's an
anyway.
icon. She's a legend. Yeah. So it was really nice. So I think I had actually a pretty good start to the year, which I was really anxious about. Yeah. If I'm honest, I was anxious about starting 2025. I don't know what it's gonna bring. You never know. And So it was really nice to actually start the year, and I was just like, it's not like I was doing something fantastic. I was just watching movies and being silly. I had like a friend over, and we didn't really do that much. Like, I don't know, we watched the ball drop, and we're like, woo. Yeah. But it was like a really nice start to the year. In like, I think I was saying this to one of the girls the other night in the worship night. I think I was saying to Estelle that it's nice to just have a new start, you know, like a new year that we can like look ahead to. You know, I think my last year was kind of me looking back a lot, and so I'm like, it's actually been really refreshing to be like, oh, 2025. Like, actually, it doesn't need to be scary, you know, and like I can enjoy and have like good things in this year too. You know, kind of like what you're saying. Like, maybe breakthrough looks scary in moments, but actually, there's going to be a lot of beauty that comes through that. You know,
for sure, yeah.
So I think I started this year really well, which was kind of refreshing. So so coming back, I've been doing pretty good, I think.
That's good.
But it is true that the weather does a number on you.
It really does.
Yeah, it's not great.
But you know, last night, like yesterday, was so dark. Like, it was just a dark day.
Yeah, Maddie was having a hard time yesterday.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
It really was.
It was a hard day.
I was having a hard day anyway.
Yeah.
Like, just going through it.
Yeah.
You know,
life is
like life.
Yeah.
And then, bless, my friends are so sweet, and like we all sat at the table, and like Gabby made food for us, and it was like such a nice stew, and Dennis made torta fritas, which was is like an Argentine thing. It was very nice.
Yeah,
but
they were really good, actually.
For some reason, I know the reason, but I'll keep it to myself. We decided to watch like a K-drama, like a Korean drama, you know? And it's actually really good, really well done, whatever, but they're just heavy. Yeah. So anyway, it just was a dark day. I forgot where I was going with this.
Because it's been a hard time. I don't know. Because yesterday
was really dark.
Yes.
And I just I went to bed, and I had some quiet time before bed, and was like, God, I just need like some light. Just need some sunshine, like just a little bit. Oh, yes. And there it is.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
And then today I was like walking to, I don't know, all my tasks of the day, and the sun was like proper shining, like really shining, and it was really nice weather. So, you know, the weather can be terrible, and I know that there's probably a lot of people out there that feel like they struggle with seasonal depression or like Blue Monday, the heaviness of this time, that also the weather doesn't help. But I think sometimes you also have to look for the good in some things, you know. Like today I like had my hood on, and I was walking, and then I think the sun caught something, and I was like, wait, and I could have missed it, you know. I could have just been like, but I got to get to where I'm going. But instead I took a picture, and I posted it on my Instagram, and I saw it. Thank you.
I saw it an hour late though, and so by the time I saw it, it was like I was sitting in my room under my window that was like torrential downpour, and Maddie was like, "You want to come to Westfield with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Terrible day to leave the house. Yeah. Not only was it raining, but the wind was like it was blowing people over. It was
broke
crazy.
2 umbrellas, one by the rain, one just because I broke it.
What are we gonna do? Now we're all gonna get wet. Thanks to Abby.
We don't have enough umbrellas. No, but going back to your point of finding the good. Because this might be a little bit cheesy.
Oh, she goes. But classic Abby.
But I feel like that's not classic Abby at all.
Actually.
But and also bringing it back to the traders.
Oh gosh,
you're gonna laugh.
Classic Abby.
Yeah, that is classic Abby. But honestly, like, I joke about it, of it being like a funny show, and like we all were like really hyped about it and stuff, but it was actually really nice to like have something to gather over, because of course we have like things on the schedule right now, and like we have, I don't know, like devotionals or worship or like things during the week where we gather, like I would say probably once a day ish. It's hard also with Kaleo because we have another schedule there and whatever. But it was really nice to like for us to kind of gather also kind of organically, like we didn't really plan it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't
except
like
that one night that everyone went to bed at 9:00 at night, and I had to be like, so traders.
Okay.
So who's the Traders fan now?
We were waiting for you
till 9.
And I went to go put pajamas on.
Everyone went to bed at 9. Yes. At 9 p.m. What is wrong with people?
That's not true. She's spinning lies. She's a traitor. No, but it was nice to kind of like have a little time together and like just laugh and like be silly together and have fun. And I think like it's also, I don't know, I was thinking today because of talking about sunshine or whatever, and I was like, or I think it was last night, I was like, dang, I really like wish it was summer, which is something for me because I am not a summer gal by any means. But I was like, oh, like, it would be nice. And then classic, I was scrolling on my Pinterest, you know. Like, Pinterest is always, like, the land of dreams. It's like...
It really is.
You know,
but, like, really sweet in a sweet way.
Yes,
like, you don't, like, do doom scrolling.
No,
You're just, like...
It's, like, very uplifting. And
yeah,
so I was, like, looking, and I was like, oh, summer. And then I was like, wait, Abby, like, why don't you enjoy now? You know, like, I feel like I'm always, like, the grass is greener somewhere else. Like, I have a real problem with that. And so I was just like, wait, how about we, like, actually enjoy now? Because there's actually a lot of good things that are, like, that you can enjoy in this season, and not to always rush through. It's even, like, on the weekends, often it's, like, all week I'm like, oh, I can't wait for Sunday when I can sleep in, you know. I'm like, oh, like, I'm tired, like, I'd love just to lie in bed and not have anything to worry about, you know. And then Sunday comes in and I have a lie-in and I, like, sleep in, and then I wake up and I'm like, I feel so guilty. I'm like, why did I do that, you know? And it's like, why can't you just enjoy what you have when you have it, you
that's
know?
so true.
And I'm always, like, I always do that, you know?
Yeah.
So, of course, maybe it feels like there's less things to enjoy in this month, or in these months where it's a bit darker outside and there's no Christmas to, like, make you feel happy about it. But I think there is actually a lot of good things to be had, like traders or with friends, or I don't know what your thing is, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there is goodness to be had.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. Even for us in this, like, slow time, this slow season, like, I hate it. I'm a busy gal. Love it. Love to be a little busy bee. Don't really like to be still. Even though I complain about resting and being like, I'm tired, and like, I actually enjoy running around, you know? And the ADHD version of me is like, really fulfilled in that. But like, these slow months are really good, you know, good to, like, settle into God, into, like, I don't know, just being sometimes, you know. But I think on the point you're talking about of being with people and the fun of traders, like, I think that's also something I've been thinking a lot about lately, is, like, how thankful I am to live where we do, which I know we talk a lot about on here, so I'm sorry that you guys always have to hear it. But I think even if you don't live in a YWAM community or in a community in general, like, there's something so powerful about community. And I know in seasons that I'm struggling or that things are darker or whatever, my tendency is to be like, I need to go, like, spend time with the Lord. And then I do spend time with the Lord, and it's amazing, and, like, God fills me and whatever. But there's also sometimes that I spend time with the Lord, like, just picking on myself, you know, like, I'm just there, like, oh, why am I like this, and I don't know, just being mean, like talking to God, but just, I don't know. And I think there's been something so refreshing about something as superficial as traders or as a K-drama, or I don't know, obviously we do a lot of movie watching and show watching, but, like, other things, like just sitting at the table chatting, or those things that, like, bring you out from that introspection. And I think that's really healthy, you know. I feel like these months we, like, go into a cave of ourselves, especially if we're struggling, but it's like, I need to fix this, and it's like, actually, no, you just need to laugh. You know? Like, I loved going out with you today because we went out to, like, run some errands, but we just, like, laughed because we just don't function together. It's fine.
At one point it was like I was following Maddie, but Maddie was following me, and so we were just like this two, like, person group that was just, like, hovering about, and, like, one of us would, like, be
like, bumping into each other, and,
like, oh sorry, which made it, oh wait, did you want to get food? It was just, like, so chaotic,
and literally being like like, it was ridiculous.
And then people would be slow in front of us and we'd be like, oh my gosh, people who aren't aware, you know. Like 2 seconds before we were like, you know?
Literally. But it's so nice because it wasn't deep. It just was, like, fun, you know. And I think we need fun in our life. We need to, like, play a bit more.
I agree.
So I feel like that helps. You know,
it's true. And going out and doing things. I think that's really helpful for me, because I'm not always a person that, like, I'm not really a person who's, like, an explorer, you know. I was talking again to Estelle because
spend a lot of time with Estelle.
I do spend a lot of time with her.
She doesn't get a lot of shout outs here, though.
No, she
hey
doesn't.
Estelle.
Hey Estelle, we love you.
We really love you.
I just realized also that
she's not here.
Usually she's here when we film our podcast because she's, like, our little.
We're even more traders than we thought.
We are.
Because she's here.
I'm so sorry, Estelle.
I'm sorry, Estelle.
I don't know where she is, but we love you. I don't know what I was going to say about her. Oh, exploring. because I work with her on Tuesdays at Kaleo in the morning, and usually it's, like, pretty quiet, you know. And so we just, like, yap about whatever. And she was like, where would you want to go, like, if you had holidays and, like, it was all paid for, you know, and you could go for, like, a month, you know? And I said, like, somewhere on the beach with, like, where it's, like, I live in a hut, like on the beach, and it's like
Oh.
not like a hut, but like okay, you know, like
Alpha one.
sorry,
I like it. It's cute. It's just like it's so funny.
because
Just keep like perching.
you know those like all I can think of is like Bora Bora,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
where it's
okay.
like
Those kinda huts.
yeah,
Yeah,
on
cool.
on the like
The water, yeah.
you know what I'm talking
They're
about.
like gray
and
the
you
blue.
like there's not
Yeah.
really that much to do. You just read your book and tan and swim
Oh, sounds boring.
and eat food.
Yeah.
This sounds like great to me. And Estelle was like, no, I would hate that. She was like, I would want to go somewhere and be able to explore and move to
Yeah.
this place every 2 days and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why would you want to do that, you know? But coming back to my original point, which is that I think it's actually good to explore and like kind of get out of the house a little bit,
Yeah,
especially in these
honestly.
months when there's not so much to like
Yeah.
really do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think like our house also gets, at least our house, well, I think every house, but the house is like filled up with thoughts and feelings
Yeah.
and vibes and, you know, and
Yeah.
so it's so good to just go out
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Go for a
clear
walk.
your head,
Yeah.
move your muscles.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get out there.
See the sunshine.
Hit the gym.
Yeah.
Abs.
Yeah.
Get out there.
What's that supposed to be?
I mean, you.
Just kidding. We were talking about this today. It's a reference to something else. Don't worry.
Apparently, Abby's never worked out a day in her life.
That's not true.
That's
at
what
all.
you said.
It was an exaggeration.
You lied. Okay.
I
cool.
did lie.
Great.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I lied a little bit.
We're struggling.
I was
So, yeah.
going to say something. Oh, to go outside. Oh, yeah, because today when we went to Westfield, which
Yeah.
also another anecdote. I realize I tell a lot of these.
You love
I
anecdotes,
love
and you love the
anecdotes.
word anecdote.
Yeah, I don't know. It just is like
Yeah.
really. It speaks to me. I don't know. But I don't remember what I was gonna say. Something about Tatenda. Oh, because we went to Westfield. For those who don't know, we get like donations from one of the
Yeah.
cafes in Westfield, which is like a local mall
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it. And they give
I'm
us.
pretty sure it's like the biggest mall in Europe. But it's literally like 15 minutes away from our house. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have your phone? You should look it up. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Westfield, at least
Well,
for
someone
sure,
fact
is
check us.
the biggest mall in England. 100%.
Really.
Yeah.
But isn't there another Westfield?
It's not that big. The Stratford one is not that big.
Okay. Well, anyway, sorry, it's not
And
a
it's
local
in our
mall.
backyard.
It's the biggest mall in Europe.
Just wanted them to have context.
Yeah,
It's a big mall.
it is really big.
I mean, for Americans, it's pretty standard size, but I think for you. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. It's the mood of the evening.
Anyways,
I'm hungry.
I'm starving. Yeah, I'm hungry. No, but Tatenda and I went to pick up these donations that
Yeah.
we were getting, and we got to the mall, and I was like, I just love the mall. It was like, I don't know, in a nostalgic mood as well. It was late, and I was like, oh, I just love it. Like, it's so fun and familiar. And Tatenda was like, I hate the mall. Like, you like the mall? It's terrible. It's so, like, confined, and everything's bright and flashy. And I was like, yeah, that's what I like about it.
I love it here.
She was like, I'd much rather be in nature. And I was like, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes being in nature, maybe this is controversial. I don't know how you feel about it. But sometimes nature, for me, makes me a little bit sad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's, like, so vast. Or it just makes me melancholic or something.
Yeah.
And I don't really enjoy being melancholic very much. And so I just, like, I don't know. Something
think-
about it is, like, I enjoy it, of course. There's
Yeah.
aspects that I enjoy. Like, I love the beach, for example, or the water, things like
Yeah.
that. But, like, being in a forest is, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I think there's two things. Like, one, you and I are both like, we just kind of want to be distracted.
Yeah.
And Tatenda's not. Tatenda's
Yeah,
somebody
it's
who
very
like really
true.
wants to like hone in and like
Yeah.
check her soul, you know,
Yeah,
which is
you know
really
what she
beautiful.
told me? She was like, I love the vastness because it makes me feel small and insignificant. And I was like,
she's so humble.
yeah, I was
Like,
like,
that's so cute.
I like the flashy lights that make me want to consume. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad
Honestly.
you're really like good about that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like nature, but I think it's true that it makes me also melancholic.
Yeah.
And it makes me really still, which like for me can be restful,
Yeah.
similar to January, to be
Mm.
honest. Like the stillness can be restful, but it can also be a bit scary because it's like you have to face some things or like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
For
it's
me
true.
it's not that restful, I guess. Also I like I went away a few years ago to Switzerland for like a counseling school with YWAM.
Yeah.
And I spent like a solid 5 months in a forest, like crying
That's
out to
always
God.
what I think of when I think of like
Yeah,
wilderness.
oh, sorry.
No,
like
it's
really
fine.
ruined that for you.
No, it's fine, but it's just like, I don't know, I think of like solitude.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, solitude and like crying out
Yeah.
and like like aloneness.
Yeah.
Like beyond solid. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, which is not bad. Those
No.
things are good.
Yeah.
But it's true that like at least I have like a little bit of a filter of like that doesn't really sound fun.
Yeah. No,
Sounds
not at all. I would much rather go to the mall.
Yeah.
Or even just go for a walk. I don't know, like something
Yeah.
that's a bit more like enticing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this makes sense, but I just
feel like I'm following.
yeah.
But I also like the beach and I like those things.
I
it's
love
just
the beach. Yeah.
I can't say that like I would I just think there's different kinds of rest and like disconnect
Yeah.
maybe. Cuz for me to go to the mall is like I disconnect from life. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't even have to buy anything. I can just walk
Yeah.
around and like see all the different people and smell the smells and
Yeah.
like be in the lights. And that's how I disconnect.
Yeah.
And it's like so refreshing.
But I think a lot of people don't like malls.
A lot of people are like exhausted by malls.
Hate malls.
A lot of people will go to Westfield, come back to the house and be like, I'm exhausted because
Yeah.
I was at Westfield. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was at
I had so
Westfield,
much
you know?
life. I came back and was like, woo.
You really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people
Interesting.
don't like malls.
Yeah. This
Or
is
whatever they're called.
such an off-topic
Yeah,
conversation.
I don't know
wow.
how we got here.
I don't know either.
Oh, I never even finished my story about that. Because that's what I was going to say earlier. I don't know if this was this tangent or another one, but I was going to say that at one point when Maddie and I were at Westfield or going from Westfield or wherever, we were outside and the sun, all of a sudden came through
so
the
nice.
clouds and we just stood there and like smiled and embraced the sun. It was really nice.
Wow.
We were like,
Yeah.
which is it, vitamin D or C? I don't know.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
We just
Soaking
soaked
it
up.
up.
Yeah. Maddie prayed a little prayer. It was really cute.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
We literally stood in the sun, like eyes
Yeah.
closed, like little dopey smiles on our faces
It was
of
really
like,
nice.
oh.
Yeah.
And I think we just need to stop and take in the moment. But
Yeah.
also like something also gonna take it a little bit.
I know what you meant. I know what your heart was saying.
We're gonna go a little deeper.
It's okay. You got it.
Which is like something God's been speaking to me because it's been a bit of a challenge. I make it sound like I'm dying. I'm fine. It's just like I'm in a bit of discomfort because I'm used to like a higher pace. But anyway, something God's been speaking to me a lot about is like strategy. Like, what is my strategy to overcome? What is my strategy to like live life, you know? And one is like to stop, you know, not to be so caught up with like the place I need to go, but to stop. Like today we were like, should we stop? Yeah, let's stop. Okay, let's stop, you know? And we sat and enjoyed, and like immediately I just was like, God, thank you so much for this moment. Thank you for the sunshine. And I feel like that also brings me out of any like difficult place, you know? Or I have been telling the guys in the house, because sometimes when I'm struggling, I especially struggle to sleep. I don't know if we have any friends out there. We're going to do a podcast
We'll
about
talk about
sleep,
it in a
so
bit, yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah. At some point. I don't know when, but
Maybe
stay
March.
another coup.
Oh. You want to be traders again?
No, we don't have to.
No, I think it'd be a nice one to talk about with them.
Yeah.
They don't struggle to sleep,
Yeah.
so we'd have like alternate views.
It's true.
Fire.
Yeah. Anyway.
I want to argue.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, like I've been telling the guys like, oh, I just struggle to sleep and whatever. And I realized like, of course I struggle to sleep if I'm either scrolling before bed or like watching a movie or talking to people, or also like waiting for people to respond, because maybe I have people that I wrote to earlier in the day or whatever. And then like subconsciously I'm waiting for them to respond.
Yeah.
So I've been purposefully like reading before bed, which you might be like, cool, that's nothing new for me because you're a reader. I'm not a reader.
Yeah.
I don't like to read.
You've never liked to read?
I think like similar to cooking, like it wouldn't be my first thing to do, especially like if I just wanted to, like if I just had time.
Yeah.
But I think it's also that I didn't develop that as like a muscle of rest as well. You know what I mean? So similar to the forest versus the mall thing, like you probably have developed reading as like a way to like chill and rest your mind. I never really developed it in that way. Also, like in our school system, I don't know how it is for you. This is like really throwing it back to elementary school.
Yeah.
Everything is like a race, like how many books you read and different things. So I think I always had the pressure of reading. And then when I like got into high school and uni, it was like other things were priorities, you know? But then it felt like reading just was another chore. But I'm trying to read. I'm trying to also like, not like be a reader necessarily, but like learn strategy to calm my mind rather than just numbing it. You know, I think there's a difference between like, okay, what am I numbing my mind with, like social media or whatever, versus what am I calming my mind with? This is
Go
good.
on,
Yeah, that was
queen.
good.
That was really good.
Holy
I was like,
Spirit, that was
oh,
cool.
shoot, okay.
Yeah, because otherwise, like,
Yeah.
also if I just numb it, then I also wake up like
Yeah.
in a really weird state.
Yeah.
But if I actually calm my mind and I like connect with peace, then
Yeah.
peace lasts, you know?
Yeah.
So I think like I'm really building off of you just saying that we stopped to look at the sun.
Yeah.
But I think those are strategies, you
Yeah.
know? So also to say, if anybody is struggling like me, or maybe worse, like, or better, whatever, like to look for the strategies of
Yeah.
how to get out of things rather than just doing what you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, go to work, come home, watch a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are the strategies?
Yeah, I think it's also good to do things just that you enjoy in general.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe that means like trying new things or doing things that you haven't in a long time, like
Yeah.
reading or whatever. But oh, my wrist just cracked. Sorry, in case you didn't hear it.
They didn't hear it.
No, they definitely didn't. But it was like very like
We do this every episode.
time. I
They
know.
couldn't hear the heater.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear
the squeaky chair. Yeah, they couldn't hear anything.
the thing in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, the
diffuser thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do things you enjoy. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel like God's been speaking to me a lot about like kind of not going back to my roots in a way, but like doing things that maybe I enjoyed like when I was a kid. You know, like things
Yeah.
that like I don't give space to anymore because it's like
Mm.
I'm too old for that. You know, or like
Yeah.
I've moved past that, and it's like, well,
Mm.
actually, like Abby, like I've put something that's like creative in you that like I love that, you know, and
Yeah.
I want you to also like cultivate that and not just
Yeah.
like leave that when you were 5 because
Mm.
that's what 5-year-olds do. Like
Yeah.
actually you can enjoy that now, you know?
Mm.
So I've been trying to like make more time and space for that kind of stuff. Like I don't know if I have a project that has to do with drawing. Like I've always loved to draw and like be creative and stuff like that. So I've been trying to like really enjoy those things and not just like pass through them or
Yeah.
like make time for that or I don't know, like try to do things that I actually like.
Yeah.
Because I think so often we get like we just do the pattern of what's there for us, and then when it comes to times like this where we don't have that much, it's like what do I do with myself because
Yeah.
I don't actually like
Know what I
really
like.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what I like, you know?
Literally.
And it's so silly.
I
It's
had
like,
this conversation with God like 3 days ago.
oh, weird.
I was like, God, I don't even know what
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, is my hobby going to the gym? Like,
Yeah.
is that really my hobby?
Yeah.
You know? Which it can be. It's
Mm,
fine.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. And it is for me sometimes, but also there's got to be other things that are
Yeah.
like maybe more
Yeah.
chill
Yeah.
than me being like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true.
yeah.
And I think there's
wow.
actually so many things that we enjoy that we just let go of.
Mm.
Like that, at least for me. Like I don't know. I can't speak for everyone,
Mm.
but I think there was a lot of things that I like to do, and like even this is so random. Sorry, you're the way I'm holding it. Is it my pinky? It's because my hands are kind of cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just were so like posh.
Sorry. I think I was doing it the whole time.
Yeah, you have been.
Yeah.
Abby's
I
been holding
realized-
her pinky up. She's been like,
I
little.
realize I just kind of do that in general, though. I'm
Aw,
just like
she's
that.
so
posh,
feminine.
yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of quirky like that.
She's just a girl.
Yeah. Anyways.
You were surprised that I knew that reference, weren't
Yeah,
you?
I was. Anyways, I don't know where really I was going
I
with
feel
that.
like every time you talk,
Yeah.
I throw you off. So sorry.
Okay. It's okay. It's not really that important. Like it was already kind of said. I just think that we often like forget what we like.
Yeah.
It's not that we maybe don't know, but I think we just lose it because we don't spend time cultivating it. What are so funny?
Like, I don't know, you're looking at me smiling as if, like, you're waiting for me to laugh, so then I can't help it.
Was I smiling when I was looking at you? Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I just
It's
like
okay.
looking at you, so I smiled.
Oh. No, I think it's really true,
Yeah.
what you're saying. I think that's a great encouragement.
Yeah, and take time to do that. You know.
Yeah.
And like when you have the time to do it, why not? You know?
Yeah.
Do the things you enjoy, whatever that is. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep, Abby. That's deep.
Is it?
Good stuff. It's not that deep, but I think it has, like, deep impact.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the act of it is not that deep,
Mm.
but probably it can be something that brings a lot of life.
Hope so.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go draw. I'm going to go finger paint.
You should.
I should.
If that makes you happy, then why not?
Yeah, why not? Maybe you can teach me. I'm not a very good drawer.
I need to get back into it.
Mm.
I really feel like God's
You
been
need
like,
to get back into scrapbooking,
yeah, I
babes.
know. God's been really putting it on my heart,
Yeah.
if you will, for a while.
We're waiting.
Yeah, I know. I need to. I think, yeah. I know it. He's been like,
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Take your time,
yeah.
but not really. Take his time.
That was so good. Should that be the title?
Yeah, instead
Take
of,
his
what did I say?
time.
January sucks.
I don't know.
No,
January
it doesn't
sucks.
suck. It doesn't suck.
No, it doesn't. But it's enticing. Maybe people will be
Yeah,
like,
maybe
oh.
we write January doesn't suck. People are like, what?
Yeah, sure.
January doesn't suck, but the traders do.
We're the traders. We staged
So
it.
we suck. Anyway,
Yeah, anyways.
really
I-
miss them.
Yeah, me too. I really...
Julie and Flo, I mean.
Yeah, not the traders. Well, them too, actually. I miss the show. But I do miss Julie and Flo. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird without them here.
Yeah.
But we're kind of an empty house in general, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Abby and I came back from the mall today, and it was ghost
There was
town.
no one here.
Literally no one.
Yeah.
But Simba was like so thrilled to
Yeah,
see us.
he
Bless
was.
him.
Oh, Simba.
Yeah.
Simba's also a silver lining.
He's a huge silver
Yeah,
lining.
he's great.
Yeah.
I love Simba.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to add, Abby?
I don't think so. I think that's all. That's it. That's all.
Oh, speaking of
Mhm.
Simba, you didn't
Probably you can't hear that.
but
He
he's
barked
barking.
in the background.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, not as long of an episode as normal. I don't actually know
I
because
have
our
no
screen is
idea.
off.
I think it was okay.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
fine. But we just really wanted to jump on and
Yeah.
encourage you and just have a little chat so that you don't feel alone in case you feel alone. You're not. So if you want prayer, if you
Mhm.
need help, if you also have a strategy or something that God's given you as a silver lining or something like that, please put it in the comments.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify, also feel free anytime. Maybe we've not said this before, maybe we have, but feel free anytime to send us like a DM in Instagram.
Yeah.
Like if you ever just want prayer for something, if you're ever struggling or you're not struggling, you just like want a friend, please message us.
Yeah.
You know, I got really annoyed about this actually because my pastor, I'll leave it at that so that nobody knows which one I'm talking about. My pastor always says this at the end of his podcast, like, please, if you want prayer, like reach out on Instagram. And I can't. Like I tried to send a message once and it like, you know, when you write to somebody that's like so famous that they're like, it's like invite to to the conversation. And I've like commented on his things, but he doesn't answer. And it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
actually
yeah.
that annoyed about it. But my point is like, I think that's such a nice way to be connected.
Yeah,
And so when we
agreed.
say like the podcast is for like sitting at the table with you
Yeah.
and then you don't have any access, like
Yeah.
please write us. We
Yeah.
have the access to
We
the
do.
Instagram, so
Yeah,
we'll write
you'd
you
be
back.
literally messaging one of us.
Yeah.
Right here.
And Estelle.
yeah.
And Flo and Julie, but they just might not answer because
Yeah.
they're away.
But it would be one of us. So
Yeah.
In case you're lonely, you want to
Yeah.
have a friend. We're
Can
here.
even have a little Zoom.
Yeah.
you
Why
know?
not?
Why not? We could feature you on the next podcast when we talk about sleep.
Hello. We have like a little face up.
Can you imagine? No, but
Yeah.
really, like, feel free.
Yeah.
We'll pray for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the chaos,
Yeah.
but
This
hope
was
it made you
fun.
laugh. Yeah.
And a formal apology to Julie and Flo.
And Estelle.
And not including you.
Yeah, we love you guys. We
Yeah,
miss you.
We do.
It was a temporary takeover.
Yeah,
We're
just
ready
for a
for you to
minute.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for a minute.
All right, bye.
Bye.